Oh, for real?
On the card that we haven't talked about because it's stacked, isn't it?
Yeah. So you've got
Card up.
Ngannou and Rosenstruik, Yarzinho.
Yeah, you see, I'm worried about that one. Because I keep having flashbacks of Ngannou against Derek Lewis,
Yeah.
and I don't want it to be a standoff for 3 rounds and we'll know within the first 60 seconds because one of the commentators will go, "There's no way this is going
to the fight."
there's no way this is going to the judges' scorecards." I'm like, oh,
cheers, lads.
Really? I even think I said that to Felder once when we were on comms. And comms was like, Felder's like, "There's no way this is going 5 rounds." I'm like, dude, you've literally just cursed it.
Yeah.
And then we sat there for 3 5s while 2 guys stared at each other. I don't think it will be because I think Rosenstruik will. I think he's got the kickboxing credentials and knowledge to know how to find his way into a fight, whether he's countering or attacking.
Completely.
And Ngannou does with it. I mean, it should be a fun one to watch. I just hope they don't stare at each other and
no. Well, before Ngannou's listened to a lot of stuff. Sorry, I know you just said Qatar. I'm just to go on to Ngannou. When he came in his early, it was like when Czech Congo came in and he's unknown, and it just this fucking explosion of athleticism is insane when it first happens. With someone like Ngannou, he's sort of got conditioned into the winning life and like making it, and with he's getting custom suits. He's at the PI. He's really fucking dropped into his stride. Because if you look back at Ngannou's story, it's one of super poor background and like struggle. Whereas now, when he saw Derek Lewis, that was a threat to that. And that was a threat to what he's enjoying. Whereas, as much as you'll see that in Rosenstruik, he's way more athletic than Derek Lewis. I think he's going to push it, like you said. He's got that absolute hunger. And I mean, if that punch that he knocked out Orlovsky was legit, which I'm not saying that it was fake or it was not real, but Orlovsky's chin has been something of a question for the past few years. Like what he hit him with, if that would have knocked out Anthony Smith or Anthony Johnson or someone like that, then it's going to be fucking amazing. Imagine Ngannou getting absolutely bingoed like he did to Overeem.
Dude, I think he'd have knocked out a fucking moose with that punch. To be honest, I mean, that was ridiculous. There's no doubt he's got the power to do it. It's the technical abilities is where we're not sure because like sometimes the fight has to come to him.
Yeah.
Whereas with Rosenstruik, I mean, he's got kickboxing credentials. He moves well. And I feel like no matter how the fight's going, unless he's worried about getting chinned, which again he might be, because I mean, anybody standing in front of either of those guys would be fucking, that's got to be a recurring narrative in your mind, hasn't it? This guy could probably kill me with one punch.
Yeah, or kill a moose, like you said. Imagine if someone made an emulator. It's an Ngannou emulator of just a GIF of him just doing that punch that he landed over him, but you could put different things in to see what like the limitations are. Could you kill a double-decker bus? Yep.
Yeah.
Could you kill a 2-bedroom house? Yep. But a 3-bedroom? No. We found our limit. It's a 2-bedroom house. Imagine someone could do that, right?
A lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Which models of car could he punch over 100 meters into the air?
This Austin Allegro went miles.
Oh, yeah. No, Stevens against Cater is going to be a lot of fun.
That'll be good.
I just wish that was a main event of a fight night of 5 rounds. That's the only thing. I just feel like that one could quite easily go 15 minutes, and it's going to be a great 15 minutes. And at the end of it, we're going to be like, I kind of want another 2 rounds.
Well, yeah, because it was that when he fought Rodriguez, when Jeremy Stevens fought Yair Rodriguez. Give me 2 more rounds on top of what they did.
And I would say the same thing with Cater when he fought Zabit.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the same scenario. You go, I give him 2 more rounds because that last round Zabit was starting to struggle just purely because of the style that he fights with.
Yeah.
Whereas like Cater and Stevens, because they walk forward and they use subtle head movement, and I mean Stevens is excellently conditioned considering how many power punches he throws. But even throughout his career, he's got better at measuring the power in his punches. And even it's like 50%, 50%, 80%. He finds those opportunities to throw more power now. And I think Cater's an excellent fighter anyway. That's going to be a lot of fun, that one. I'm interested in the old heavyweight fight in the prelims, Olenek against Verdum, because Olenek thinks subs, and he's against Verdum, who's most likely going to be the most difficult person he's ever going to have to face on the ground.
Yeah.
So, like, is that going to be a messy kick? Because Olenek's striking's not pleasant to watch, but Verdum's looks good. I mean, Verdum's got good Muay Thai. I even remember going back to, was it Brandon Very fought in London, UFC 85?
Yeah.
I even remember back then thinking, oh shit, like for a jiu-jitsu guy, Verdum's got some kickboxing skills.
Well, to be fair, he fought Orlovsky at UFC 70 in Manchester, and it went to a decision. That was before Orlovsky was released for the first time, and it was all questioned because it was a prelim. So it was one of the prelims, or one of the first fight on the card, where Orlovsky fought Verdum, and he won a decision, but it was all stand-up. So, I mean, you look at Orlovsky before UFC 70, he's knocking everyone out with one punch. So for Verdum to survive that, I mean, I know it's a while ago, and I know
I'll go back and watch that.
I'm sure it is. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
You reckon Pettis does Cowboy again?
Yeah, Orlovsky lost to Orlovsky decision. Sorry, Cowboy Pettis.
Yeah, you reckon Pettis does Cowboy again, or do you reckon Cowboy's got a better shot at welterweight?
All day. Since when we watched Pettis' last fight, Pettis against Tony, I was all over that. I was all over that. And I think, personally, and this is only my opinion, that he was coming up for a contract renewal, wasn't he, Pettis? Because then Sergio has jumped and he's gone to Bellator, which is one of them. I mean, obviously, if you go somewhere and you feel like you're being treated nicely, that's good. Notice I didn't use the word tret. It's a real bugbear. I fucking hate that. You know, so how did they tret you? Fuck off. Anyway, Pettis, when he fought Tony, was building up, and obviously if he'd have beaten Tony, that would have been massive. But he didn't, because it wasn't his hand that he broke, and Duke Rufus pulled him out of the fight. They were like, "You're done. We're not going to start fucking with your health."
Yeah.
So then when he fought, I can't remember who he fought last, but he just looked like he just didn't want to be there, had enough.
Pettis, so his last two were Nate Diaz and Ferreira. He fought Diaz at 241, and then Carlos Diego Ferreira at 246. That one, he really didn't look himself in that one, and again, I think he's partly down to the fact that he went back down to lightweight. Yeah. I just think he's hit his limit in his career where lightweight's a healthy cut for him.
Yeah,
he just didn't. He just looked like he was looking. I'm sure it was like a counter right hook. Like, he landed a couple of good shots, but it was both the same punch, and then he started to rely on it. And then once it hits the ground, he just didn't look like himself
at all. I mean, for him to get, was it rear naked? He got choked out. Is that just seems like almost like
doesn't seem like it fits with him, does it?
Nah. But the thing is with Cowboy, how decisively that Pettis beat him before. Didn't he whoop him with like a liver kick?
Yeah, body kick.
Oh.
Yeah. Left kick to the body, I think.
Yeah.
But then you look at Cowboy, I would say, right, so Cowboy at welterweights, I think he's a better version of himself. I would say the same about Pettis right now, but I don't think it adds anything to Pettis' game to be a welterweight. I just think it makes him better because he's not cut into lightweight. Whereas I think Cowboy's better at welterweight, and I think he's a better version of himself as a fighter. And Cowboy's got great rear naked chokes. I mean, a lot of rear naked chokes on his record. He's probably looking at that and thinking he can replicate it. I don't. The thing with Pettis now as well, he's like, Pettis he's a back foot fighter. He's, like the two fights I'm talking about in particular is Ferguson and Thompson. Yeah. And in both fights, the shot that nearly knocked out Tony Ferguson was very similar to the timing of the one that knocked out Wonderboy. Yeah. I mean, the Wonderboy one was a spring off the fence.
Yeah.
But it was still, he was moving back and he was under pressure, and it was a counter shot that kind of got him out of the trouble.
It kind of feels like, to me at the minute, that is one of them lighters that you get that's been in your pocket forever, and you've relied on it. It's always been good, but then now it's got to the point where only every so often you see a little glimmer. There's only like you're out in the woods, and that's the only lighter you've got, and you're like, come on, baby, come on, and it just gives that one little burst.
Yeah,
that's the Superman punch that knocked out Thompson.
That's just a faint glow, just sitting on the top of the.
Just got it going. Uh-huh. Yeah, but it's not consistent enough as it used to be. It used to be like a fucking petrol Zippo, and now it's got to the point where it's like every so often, dude. And that's no disrespect to Pettis because he's a savage. But the thing is, it's going back again to people's lives and what's happening to them. At one point, he's always having his cars petrol bombed and shit.
Yeah, man, remember that?
That's fucking, that's terrifying, and that's insane. And like, he had a nice house, nice cars, getting fucking petrol bombed. Like, that's legit stuff. So I don't know if that was when stuff started trying kind of to shift, but I don't know. I mean, if he comes back as he was before because he's beat Cowboy and he knows he can do it again, and he knows he's like, it's like if you had to refight any of the guys you fought before, you'd sort of have that little bit over him thinking, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And even if you do beat me, it's only 1-1. You've still not fucking beat me. Do you know what I mean? So if he carries that little bit of swagger in there with him, but it's just, I like seeing Cowboy back. I just like seeing good fights, and you kind of know you're going to get a good fight.
Yeah. There's some good ones on that one. There are some good ones.